about India when it comes to my mind. So if the same thing, if I give more prompts like write a 300 words of essay about India, covering the different cultural heritage, the different places, different history about India. So if I give more details and more context, so the same AI will give better answers to us. So that we would be seeing in live. So next is what is the anatomy of a perfect prompt? Like whenever you are giving a AI prompt, you should ensure that let's say you want to teach or you want to prepare a lesson plan for Python programming. So at that time, your prompt should be a role. You should define a role. You should tell ChatGPT. So you think yourself as an expert teacher, right? You should tell the role. This is the first important thing. Role or a person, right? So think yourself as an expert teacher and help me. Then once you tell your role, the second thing would be context and background. So you're telling that to be an expert teacher. So from the expert teacher, what you want to achieve. So you will be telling, I'm preparing a lesson for grade 5th students. So next, what is the task or instruction that you want the chat GPT to do? So you're telling, create a fun quiz about so and so topic. So next, format stress constraint. See, in the quiz also, we would be having the formats, right? So formats as in, so we would be having 4 options, yeah, 3 options, yeah, choosing the multiple correct options. So that format. Next, examples if needed. Whatever the correct answers, for that you can also include the examples. So next, you can also tell the stone slash style. You can tell, make it engaging. Let's say if it's for the small grade kids, you can tell it for the age. You can confine the English so that that's easily understandable for the students. So these are the 6 important things that we have to uh, remember whenever we want to achieve a efficient prompt. So far, any doubts till here? So these are the 6 different aspects, anatomy that we have to remember actually whenever we are giving a good prompt. So if at all any doubts still here, we can just discuss so that it's easy for us to go hands on, right? Any doubts as of now? Okay. Okay. Now we will test out this experiment one. So our first experiment would be role playing. First, what I will do is I will just tell explain photosynthesis to ChatGPT. Let's see what response it gives. Then then I'll give my prompt like this. You are a enthusiastic 5th grade science teacher. Explain photosynthesis to your students using a simple language and fun analogies. Make it engaging and more memorable. Basically, we are including all the 6 anatomies of our perfect prompting, right? So this one we will be seeing live now. So I'll just uh, go to the chat GPT and we'll just try this out. So let me just copy this thing. So we need to understand like what is the difference that it creates. Like if I am someone who's a normal user, right? So I would just ask chat GPT, what is photosynthesis? Explain photosynthesis. That's it. See, if we see, it will just give the basic information. Photosynthesis is the process of green plants, algae, bacteria. So all these things, basic information. So if you see why it is important, it is very basic, although it is given the formula, all those things. Now, now if I change the prompt, right, like this, If I change the prompt, so you can see the difference. See how it works. It is making very simple. If I see it here, it is very difficult for someone kids like fifth grade to understand how difficult these formulas or all those things. After giving the prompt, your AI synthesizes those details and it will confine the things. You can see the difference. So it's plant superpower. It is giving good adjectives, and it is telling how the recipe of a plant food, aka glucose, what are the recipes. So in a fun and easy way where the kids can remember. So similarly, not just photosynthesis, we can also tell about prompt engineering. Fifth grade computer science teacher and explain prompt engineering to your students using simple languages and fun analogies. So this is something that we are discussing about prompt engineering. So as you can see here, prompt engineering, a fancy name, but don't worry, prompt engineering just means asking a computer the right way so it gives the best answers. If you see here, we are asking the computer right way. I'm describing like I'm a fifth grade computer teacher. I want my kids to understand whatever the content that I'm going to deliver. So give it to me in that way. So it understands, it processes in a very playful and fun way. As you can see here, so if you see here, it is in a very simple terms. As I told, complex definitions, it is very difficult to understand, right? When it comes to this one, you can remember this for a long time. Asking a computer the right way so that it gives you the best answers, not the good, but the best. So as you can see here, the context, imagine talking to a very smart robot, but it doesn't mean it will read your mind. You have to give it clear, smart to get what you want. So that is the main goal of prompt engineering. So as you can see here, let's say you go to a pizza making robot. You say, make me food. You might get broccoli. So as you can see here, it is giving some Italian context and all. You can further confine it by telling, so the target is Indian students. Target is Indian, especially Bengaluru area students, right? If you confine your prompt even more, that will start giving you the local examples. Namaskara class. See, so this is how you can improve the prompting level. So as you can see here, talking to a super smart robots like Siri or Alexa, trick robot won't understand what you give really a good prompt. So if you see an analogy, auto rickshaw ride, this is the best
Hello, sir.
example. Yeah, ma'am.
Satish, your screen is not actually switching between the ChatGPT window and the current window.
Oh, I'm extremely sorry for that. I thought it was. I did share the full screen. Hmm. I hope, is it visible, ma'am?
Yeah, now it's ChatGPT window is visible. When you switch, you try switching to the
Yeah,
present to the PPT.
yeah, ma'am. Actually, I have two different browsers, so that's why. Yeah, ma'am. I'll just switch now.
Yeah.
Yeah, perfect,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Now this window is visible now. So when you switch, I think it's not.
Yeah. Just a second, ma'am. I'll just switch for the exact one. Sorry for this. Just a second. Just 2 minutes, ma'am, and just put this into the same screen itself. I'm trying to share my full screen, but I'm not sure if it's fully visible, ma'am. Is it visible fully?
It's blank screen actually.
Just a second. Just give me 2 minutes, ma'am. I'll better close this entire tab. I'll open in the other one itself so that everything will be in one browser. If I'm switching between tabs, is this visible, ma'am? Or
Can you
still
just
it's,
do once?
yeah. Is it visible?
No, it's showing only PPT. No ChatGPT window is visible.
Yeah, yeah. I was just closing this browser window. So now my entire screen is visible, correct?
Um, yeah, yeah, you have the
Perfect.
list of participants on top, right? Yeah. I think only the current window, it's not the entire system.
Hmm. Yeah, I hope this is visible now, right? Perfect. It's working now.
Mm.
Ma'am, in this case, if the screen is not visible or something, please tell me, ma'am.
Yeah, sure,
I'm,
sure.
I'll just correct. So as I told you, if I give you the context of explaining to a Bengaluru kids, so in India, right? So it will give you even more proper answer, which we can relate. So this is what a better prompting mean. So like this, all of us can try out different prompts. Like for me, like let's say I want to explain um, computer DSA for kids. So DSA, I want to explain Digistra's algorithm. So how I can explain it in a simple and better way. So how to convey it to them, those complex analogies. So if we give a proper prompt, something like this, explaining it, the role, you're enthusiastic, like this, if you define the role, then what is the task that it has to do? What is your target? So what is the format that you expecting from it? So you will achieve better efficient prompts from the AI. So similarly, uh, if you see here, write about leadership. If you just give this simple prompt to write about leadership, so you can see the difference also. I'll just show you. After this, we will try this out, and uh, volunteers should tell me what is the difference that you are seeing between both of them. So if I show you uh, this is one more hands-on thing we'll have regarding the prompting. So I'll just paste the link in the chat also. So you need not log in with anything. You can just access this link. You can just stay logged out and you can start querying the chat GPT. So as I told you, if you refresh, all the chat goes off, you have a fresh context. So I'll just copy the content once again from here. So you can see the difference. So let's say if I give write about leadership, right? Write about leadership, we can see what content it gives. And when we give more context, what exactly we want that to explain, at that time, what we get, so that we can see. So if you see, write about leadership. It is something like any other Google article where it will be in 5 points describing the key things where you should have a vision, adaptability, communication, empowerment, all these things. So which is very easy also, but I mean we will not have patience to go through all this. Hello, sorry ma'am, I just got disconnected due to some network
Uh,
issue.
yeah, yeah.
So I
Okay, you
switched
can
back to
continue.
proper network.
Yeah, continue, sir.
Yeah, ma'am. So as we were discussing, so if I just give you the prompt as write about leadership, so that will just give out the general information regarding the leadership, what it has, the vision, what are the key aspects, types of leaderships, and leaderships versus management. So it is more generalized information about leadership. So if I am giving a prompt like I'm a team leader in a tech startup with remote developers across 3 time zones. We are behind on our product launch. Write a practical leadership strategies for motivating a stressed, disturbed team while maintaining quality standards. So, if I'm giving this clear prompt to the AI, we can see what is the response that will give. So it will first understand what is the context that you are giving to the AI. So accordingly, it will start giving you the solution. As you can see, what is the reset foundation, clarity and focus, how to build connection across the team with different time zones, and how to avoid burnout between the workloads, and how to communicate like a team leader and not just a project manager. So it will give lot of insights. As you can see here, it has made a simple weekly plan also. So as you all can see, it all depends on so how efficiently you ask your AI to give you the information. The more better the context, so the more better the output you will be getting. So this is our second experiment. So now I would request you all to compare the responses between generic or any specific context. Like all these days, we would be just asking, right, about leadership, then we would be referring to that, then we would be trying to inculcate. Instead, you can assign it, you can assign the AI like you're talking to your friend. You can explain it as if you're talking to your friend so that it will give you the better throughput. So as you can see, generic versus specific content, abstract versus concrete scenarios, general advice versus situational specific guidance. So all these things can be tried out. So, so when it comes to the third experiment, so third experiment is related to the format control. As I told you, if I want to prepare a quiz for the class, right? So as I told, quiz can be having 3 options, 4 options, or 5 options format. But unless and until we don't define chat GPT or any other AI, how my quiz format should be like, so it will never give us the proper thing. So what we have to do is, so first we will try with the unstructured prompt. Tell me about healthy eating habits. So unstructured prompt, as we know, the response would not be that much of helpful for us, although it will tell us on the surface level what are the good healthy eating habits, right? But our goal is not fulfilled here. So what is our goal here? Our goal is to achieve a format controlled prompt. So how to create one? So this is the thing. So I'll just paste it here and explain it line by line so that we all can be very good at prompt engineering. So as you all can see here, so it gave very brief information when I just asked about in the unstructured prompt. Let's say if I give the AI create a healthy eating guide with, sometimes even we would be having a task to create a PPT and present it to different audience. In that time, if we have the different headings like this, if we just give it like this, for example, create a healthy eating guide. Instead of this, you can also change it to, let's say, create a interesting Python programming session. So it would adapt accordingly. So in that, it should have an introduction, 2 sentence, 5 key principles in the bullet points. You can instruct like this. Then sample day meal, breakfast, lunch, dinner, 3 practical tips for busy people. So if we are constantly in the office, or like by the time we go home it would be very late, so that kind of people, how they can cultivate a healthy eating habits? Then one sentence in conclusion. So this is the prompt. If someone wants to try hand by hand, so we can try that, so that we all are in the same page. So we can see the difference now. So if I just click on run, you will see whatever the structure that I've given, our AI will strictly follow that structure without going out of context. As you all can see here, introduction, two sentence, perfect, and five key principles, perfect, with bullet points that's been listed out. Then sample day meal plan. So breakfast, it's giving like this. So salmon, tuna, this is all English breakfast. So you can further customize this prompt. Like how? You can tell it target is Indians, especially Bengaluru. So the more context you give, the more better outputs you would be getting. As you can see, it quickly understood I am someone from Bengaluru who is asking this healthy eating tips. So it will plan the things according to the Bengaluru geography. So as you can see, ragi dosa with coconut chutney, a glass of unsweetened lemon water. For lunch, brown rice, sambar with vegetables, a small bowl of curd, cucumber carrot salad. So as we know, earlier it was giving some bacon, salmon, all those things. So that is not our staple, right? So you can see here, just by giving the prompt in a slightly different way, I can achieve this, right? So this is the difference that we have to know. So if anyone has any particular thing you want to write a prompt for a particular topic, we can actually try it out live, so that we can get more insights on how to achieve better prompting. If any of you all have any suggestions, like to how to achieve a better prompt on so and so topic, you can just unmute and tell, or you can even just ping in the chat, so that we can take that and we can put it in the chat GPT. We can see how efficient we can prompt that. Okay. So any of you have any of the prompts that you want to check in, any of the topics, you can feel free to ping in the chat, or you can even unmute and volunteer. We can frame a good prompt and we can also achieve what we want to discuss. So any volunteers, please, so that it would be very interactive and we can learn something at the end of the day. So this is something which will really help us going forward. So especially I mean, as I told in the previous session also, it is what makes the difference is everyone has the AI. So the person who knows how to use the AI, how to get maximum work out of AI, would be the winner ultimately. We know legacy, we all have so much of knowledge, all those things. But in a short term situation based, if you want to get something from the AI, again, using AI is not bad. So it just makes our life pretty much easier. So if any of them has any of the context that we can try it out with AI, that would be really appreciated, so that we get one practical use case and we can try out the prompt for that. So any volunteers, please? If you have any of the topic or any of the thing that you want to try it out, so you can just tell us, so that everyone will be benefited out of that. How we can structure that prompt, we can just discuss it. Making programs to learn easy to learn, that's a very good question. So let's say, thank you, Praveen Banu. So they had ask this question. So making programs easy to learn. So let's say programs, how to make the programming easy to learn, right? So that prompt, how we will frame is, so imagine yourself as an expert teacher. So you're telling the first anatomy, the role, expert teacher. Next, so I want to, what is your purpose? I want to explain program to students in a very simple, fun filled, and interesting manner, right? So interesting manner. So if you just give it like this, if you just structure it like this, so it will write. So as you told, program. So what program, that will have to be very specific. Let's say Python programming. To be more precise, Python programs. So what this will do is, in a very fun way, it will start explaining the programming. As we all can see, start with a story or an analogy. So Python is a programming language that computers understand. So just like how we talk to each other. So in a very simple English. So imagine Python as the language you use to talk to robot friend, and it will tell what to do. So as you can see here, the context. So what are the variables? So for variables, it is giving labeled box and stuff, candies. So like this, what is the functions? So for functions, it is giving a very good example, magic spells. So what are the loops? For the loops, it is giving this. Next, how to make it interactive. It is also telling you that ask them to predict what will happen before running the code. Let them change some parts of the program and see what happens. So all this comes. So if you see, I've given so many things. So if I just tell, explain programs in simple way, it will not give us the proper thing. So here, if you see, the content is, I'm telling it to be expert teacher, and I'm telling the target audience are my students, and I'm adding few adjectives like simple, fun filled, and interesting manner. So next is, what is the program that exactly that wants to be learned, is Python programming. So if we start following these things in our prompting, we can see the complete different way of using the AI, right? So this is how we can achieve maximum
ಇಲ್ಲ
benefit
ಮ್ಯಾಮ್,
through.
ಇವರು ಸಚಿನ್ ಸರ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ ಅಂದ್ರು, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕಾಯ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀನಿ. ಅವರು ನಾನು ಒಂದೇ ಬೆಂಚ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ, ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ನೋಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಕೊಡೋಣ ಅಂತ.
So this is how you
ಅದೆಲ್ಲ
can achieve
ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್, ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಯಾಕೆ
maximum benefit through AI.
ಎಲ್ಲ
So
ಮಾಡ್ತಾ
it will
ಇದ್ದಾರೆ
also
ಅಂತೀನಿ.
give you the sample Python programs that can be tried out, and it will also explain the code line by line. And if we all have any other questions, so we can follow the anatomy that is there. I'll just ping that. So if we just learn, if we just go through that, so we can achieve very better prompts compared to any other thing. So these are the some rules that we'll have to consider while prompting, so that we will achieve better results from the AI. So at the end of the session, let's try to actually put one syllabus or some textbook or something and see to generate some quiz or generate a plan for 1 hour or 2 hours. So basically, practical tips, right? So that we'll know how exactly we can improve our prompts. Also, I've given few more exercises that also will go through. There is also one important thing like chain of thoughts. So if you are making something, for example, in this I've taken the example of a marketing strategy for your new app. So if you are trying to build a new app, for that, what are the marketing strategies that you're going to do? So your task is to give a chain of steps, basically to do steps. So to chat GPT so that it will give you in a better way. As you can see here, what's the best marketing strategies for a new app? So for that, how can we give the better prompt? So this is one of the chain of thoughts is one of the best techniques. Whenever you have an idea and you want chat GPT to follow certain steps, like our experiment 2, right? So providing the context, experiment 3, I'm sorry, format control. Like how we told, I want the introduction, I want the key points. Like this, if you come to point 5, chain of thoughts, it is also pretty much similar to that. So you're telling, first you complete this, first analyze the target audience. Next, identify the unique value proposition. Next, consider the competitive landscape. Then in the fourth one, evaluate the available market channels. So if you just give your prompts like this, your chat GPT will be able to give you in a better structured manner. So if I give the same thing to chat GPT here, so as you all can see, it will properly analyze the target audience, age, gender, location, income, what is the education, all these things. Next, second, we asked for is identify the unique value proposition. So it gives the contents for that too. Then in the third, we asked it to consider the competitive landscapes. So that is also it is brought up. Let's say if we are preparing for any competition or if we want to analyze any of the research papers. So in that case, we can do that. Like you can see there is something called search here, right? So what this search will do is it will search your internet real time and it will give you few of the latest informations. As you can see, the chat gpt will not have the latest knowledge base. It would be restricted to 2 years before. So if you click on this search and if you try something here, it will scrape the web and it will give me. So that is one of the things. So when it comes to AI, so ChatGPT is most famous and it's good to use, easy to use. Similarly, there are few more AI tools that I would leave at the end of the session in the chat so that we all can make maximum benefits out of that. So there are few open source AI models also that we can use regularly without paying anything. So and make our lives pretty much easier. So by the end of the session, I would share all the links of that. So let's start using AI and increase our productivities. So, I mean, I hope till here everyone are with me regarding the prompt engineering, right? So if you have any questions, it would be better if you ask it out so that we can discuss, we can make it easier, and you can start applying it in your day to day to make your work even more easier. So by learning these techniques, you can achieve the hours of work in minutes. Yes, sir. Someone's unmuted. Pavitra, ma'am, any questions?
No, sir.
Okay.
No, sir.
So far, is it clear, ma'am?
Yes, sir. It is audible.
Yeah. Okay. So next is we are going to discuss few more tips and tricks in AI, and I would share this PPT with ma'am so that she'll put it in the group and we all can try it out. Whatever the different things that's been listed in this, so that it would be very easy for us to um, chat with AI and get maximum benefit out of it. So if you see here, so we can limit AI also from certain things. We can also put some strategic constraints. Like if you see, write a blog post about productivity. So if I just tell about productivity, it will just give me summarize some random content from the internet, and it will just give me 500 words or around 800 words of content. But if I give it in a more constrained way, I'm putting a constraint here. I strictly want 500 word of blog post and productivity for busy parents. So this is also a context. So you're putting a constraint here, 500 words of blog post about productivity for busy parents. Also, you're putting few more constraints here. Use exactly 5 subheadings, not more than that. So also include 2 actionable tips per section. Then avoid jargons and write at an 8th grade reading level. You're telling what should be the prompt tone. So you're telling 8th grade reading level, so that your AI will understand that the information that it will give you should be in such a manner that even a 8th grade level students can understand this blog post. So as you can see here, the constraint types, length limits, then reading level requirements, then tone restrictions, then inclusion of requirements, exclusion of rules, no jargons as in slangs. We use regular slangs, right, in English, Indian English. So those kind of things we can be avoided. So this is also one of the best prompting technique to avoid to use strategic constraints. Next, there is something called iterative refinement. This is advanced prompting. Uh, I know very few would be knowing this, but if we start inculcating this, this would give us even more better results. So let's say in the prompt one, let me tell, create a lesson about fractions for grade 4th. Then in the follow up, like as you chat, continue to chat with the chat gpt. So you're telling make it more interactive with hands-on activity regarding the fractions topic for the 4th grade. Then after that you are telling add assessment questions. Now like we don't have to manually prepare the questions or something. You just upload the content to AI, just ask it. So just tell how easy or how difficult you want to make the uh, assessment. So accordingly your AI would solve the same thing, which would take an hour or so in within 2 minutes or so. So as you can see here, all it starts with is a lesson about fractions for 4th grade. Then you're telling make it more interactive with hands-on activities, so that they feel more easy to learn. Then in the second follow-up, you're telling add assessment questions for different learning levels. So as we know, everyone would not be having the same learning levels. So for them also you're targeting. So the third one is include materials, lists, and timings for each activity. Then fourth one is adapt this for remote learning with digital tools. Let's say if it's a remote session, so for that also we are giving one prompt to adapt to digital tools. So this is called as iterative refinement. Iterative refinement is nothing but you're chatting with that continuously and you're trying to extract the better information out of it. So if you see our strategy, so start with a solid foundation, what exactly that you want, then build a iterative based on output. So whatever the output that gives, you need to build a prompt on that, and you can improve it until it's perfect. So this is iterative refinement. So common mistakes that we make, and for that even we have a solution also. So if we see pitfall one, too vague. Help me with marketing, right? Too vague. We don't give context. Sometimes we tell, help me with this, help me with that, but AI will not know the context, right? So if you tell, create a social media strategy for a fitness app targeting millennials. See here. So if we see here, so it is telling social media, fitness app, and millennials also. So this is how we need to dwell in more context into the prompt. Next, second one is we sometimes will make the prompt too complex. So let's say in the single prompt, we will put all the 15, 16 requests at a time, and we expect the ChatGPT to give the answer. So that is how it will not work. So what we have to do is we have to be more focused. We need to split the prompts. We need to segregate the purpose so that it can give us even more better outputs. So no examples, like you are asking for something, some information which you want to basically display it, but for that, if you are having no examples or no style, so that will be difficult. Again, asking for example is always a plus, so that it will give more understanding. Next, so if you see here, assuming the knowledge. So, like let's say there could be a lot of scientific rules. Let's say L hospital rule. I asked ChatGPT to explain L hospital rule. So L hospital rule. So there will be a lot of L hospital rules. But if I don't give the proper knowledge, proper context, so that will never know what L hospital rule I'm referring to, and it will give some random one, and we eventually go with that. So always, if you see here, explain the Johnson method. So what Johnson method, which one? So we are not clear. So is the similar prompt is structured like this: explain what you know about the Johnson method, or unfamiliar, create a method for that. So this will give you the better understanding of your prompt. So no quality check. You accept whatever the output that AI gives, as AI cannot be 100% correct always. So always we should ensure that whatever the response that it's giving out, uh, that we verify it, so that you can ask, like, you could be, what could be improvised about this response. Let's say you have put some content, so you got some response, you are not happy with the response. You can tell, like, what could be improved about this response, so that it will only figure out what better it can do based on the previous response. So these are the few common things that are that we do regularly, so that if we start correcting these small things, I think we can get achieve more uh, productivity. Next, domain specific prompting. Like let's say in terms of education, always designing a curriculum, so all those things are very difficult, time consuming. We need to plan in such a way that doesn't overburden the kids. So there are a lot of constraints in that. For that also we can use the AI. So we can use it for the review also. Like let's say we have prepared a curriculum for so and so year, we can upgrade, I mean, we can attach it to the AI, and we can get a review from that, how the students would feel, what are the things that can be improved in this. I want to add more practical things into that. So in that way your AI would definitely give you some context that you can, context or improvements, like expert level improvements that you can definitely consider. So if we see, create a 2 week unit plan on ancient Egypt for sixth grade, including daily objectives, activities, assignments, and differentiation strategies. So these are the things that this is how a prompt actually look like. Like suppose if we are into education thing, instead of create 2 week unit plan on, if not ancient Egypt for sixth graders, you can put the specific prompts, like data structures and algorithms, or Java prompting, or system design, or simulation. So, or any specific topic, if we just change it and if we put it into the chat GPT, so or any other AI, that will definitely give us the better answers. Next is in the business. So if I have a business, and how efficiently the prompts can help me, right? So you can tell, act as a financial analyst, the role that we discussed, one of the anatomy, right? So evaluate your startup's business model and provide a SWOT analysis. What is the strength, weakness? So analysis of that with specific recommendations for the next 6 months. Next 6 months, what improvements I should do in my business so that I can go ahead of my competitors, something like that. So there is also creative space, like if someone into acting or screenwriting, then also we can get good scripts from ChatGPT. Like even in my college days, I even conducted one drama from a ChatGPT based script. So it was pretty good actually. So you can give a context like this. You are a screenwriter for Netflix, write a compelling 2 minute opening scene for a sci-fi series that hooks viewers immediately and establish the main character's conflict. It is not only sci-fi or something. Even we can give rural prompts also, like rural Kannada or style prompts. Like it can give you that content also. So it is how efficient the AI is. So it's all on prompts. So this is about creative prompts. Then technical prompt. This is something that I use personally day to day, like for troubleshooting many of the things, instead of browsing, searching for the errors, then finding in some article, then using it. So all those are time consuming. Instead, if I go to an AI and explain my error, my context for my code, so that can solve it in minutes. So that is how fast the things are evolving in the current state. So as you can see here, this would be the first prompt. You are telling your ChatGPT as a senior developer, review this Python code for security vulnerabilities and suggest improvements with specific code examples. So as you can see here, in technical, it's a software developer. Like you can also, like let's say you have some specific topic called as DSA. So if you have some DSA lesson plan or some content, you can tell it as a senior professor, review this Python DSA and suggest the improvements with specific code examples so that the students would feel easy and interesting to understand. Or also you can create scenario based activities from the AI so that the learning would be more interactive. So this is about the domain specific prompting. So all this prompting are not specific to each and every domain. So this can be made use to our specific needs also. So these are the different techniques, but all comes down to us, which one we grasp, which one we start using. So it all comes down to that. The more we use, the more we are into this, so the more expert we become in this prompting. So next is prompt template libraries. So these are few prompts, okay, prompt templates that you can use it. So if you can see here, analyze. In place of topic, you can put your topic by examining what are the criteria. So consider, you can put the content. So you can ask it to provide insights on specific aspects. Conclude with this one. So these are the few prompt templates that you all can try it out, and you can try to inculcate into your current system, like how it can help you. So accordingly you can tailor it and you can start using this. So I'll make sure that I'm sharing this PPT with you all at the end of the session, so that all of us will try this out whenever we are free, and get maximum insights on prompt engineering. So this is something which I refer to so many courses, basically from Entropy and from ChatGPT's prompt engineering course. So a lot of places I referred and I've gathered this information, so and put it in one place. So this would be very helpful. I would suggest you all, whenever you have a free time, please start using this. The more you use, the more better it gets. So hands-on practice challenges also have given. So as you can see here, first challenge, the educator. So your challenge is create a prompt to generate a creative writing assessment for the kids about whatever the topic that you want. Next, the challenge is someone as a marketer to design one prompt which will compel the product launching email for the sustainable fashion brand targeting the Gen Z's customers. So next, third one is software. So we all can try this out so that we start thinking like how I can explain my AI to give me better prompts. So first case is educator. Okay, as a educator, what are the things that the students are required? What is the content that I have? So what is the prompt that I should give? So if we plan these things accordingly, then we can achieve the better things. So these are the few things that I would request you all to try it out in your free time so that we would be expert in prompt engineering, and after this you would not require to go through any of the course. This is more than enough. So I've covered most of the things in this. So how to measure the prompt effectiveness? Till now we were always focused on giving the prompt and how efficiently we can give the prompts and all, right? So okay, now prompt and all we have given. So how to analyze the quality of the output from the AI, right? So for that we have listed few of the things, right? So you can refer to this. First one, relevance. So does it address your actual need? Whatever question you have asked, like explain even odd program in Python using logical operators. So if I ask ChatGPT to explain that program and it explains some other way, does it address my need? Yes or no? That we need to question. So is the context understood correctly? Did ChatGPT understand or any other AI tool understand whatever I'm trying to convey it to them? Next, what are the requirements meant? So you would have given 5 tasks for that to do. So out of 5 tasks, what are the tasks that it has properly done and what are the tasks that is missing? So this is your evaluation sheet. Next, you can use it how efficiently it is usable. Like it has given you the output. Like do you need to fine tune something, or is it in such a way that you can directly take it from that and you're immediately usable, right? So you should give in prompt such a way that it should be directly copy paste. That's it. No changes. So you should achieve prompt in that precision. Next, we need to analyze the accuracy. So is that information that it is giving correct? Is it logically reasoning? So these are the few sample matrices that we need to analyze in the output. So once, initially it would be tough. Not tough, but it would be challenging to analyze all these things. But if we start doing small steps, that would get eventually very, very easier. Next, advanced strategies. What are the advanced strategies? So persona stacking. So if you see here, right? So all this while we were telling senior analyst, senior software engineers, the educator, all only one role. You can stack up with multiple roles. You can see here, you're both a data scientist and a storyteller. Analyze the data set and present the findings as a compiling narratives. You have a big data set, you want to analyze it, you don't know from where to start. In that case, this prompt will be very, 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 very effective, right? So this is how your persona stacking will help. Next, perspective shifting. What is perspective shifting? So first, you will explain what is your perspective, your customer's perspective, then explain the same thing from business owner's perspective, right? So first you will explain from teacher's perspective, then you will explain it from student's perspective, so that that will fine tune the particular tensions or particular topic accordingly. Next, devil's advocate. Present the strongest argument for, like, you have some, you need to put up an argument for XYZ statement, but you don't know how exactly you have to do that. For that, this would be the best prompt. Present the strongest argument for, then argue against what is the topic. So to come down for the middle ground solution, not to fight, but the middle ground solution. So you can try this also. It is very good actually. Next, there is something called meta prompting. So what is meta prompting is, so perfect prompt which you can create an understanding presentation. So if you can see here, you're telling I want a perfect prompt to create an outstanding presentation about renewable energy for investors. So like this, then constraint cycling, as I told you, you would restrict it to 50 words, 200 words, 5 years old, CEO. So all these things. Next, assumption testing. What assumption am I making in this request? So challenge them and test all these strategies one by one. I know it will not happen in a single day, but let's start using at least five principles in our day-to-day life. So as I told you, what are the real world applications of it? Patient education material creation for healthcare patients education material creation, medical research and summarization, like treatment plan explanations. Like if you see in the recent days, if you put up any scans to your AI model, that is so precise in understanding, identifying the things that even experienced surgeons fail to. So that is how the AI has evolved in the recent days. So if we come down to education, which is our field, so in that curriculum development, assessment creation, student feedback analysis, we can also generate these feedback forms, all those things within minutes with just a few prompts. Next, learning objective design, so all these things can be done for us. So next, in case if we have some marketing things for any fest or something, if we have to do some marketing campaign, so for that if we need some content thing, so market research, market analysis, so what is the customer persona, so all those things can be analyzed. So even in the legal thing, so if you want some legal advice, I know that that will not be pretty much accurate, but it would be accurate to some extent that you can get the basic QNS from that. Next, when it comes to software, coding, these are the few things: code documentations, bug analysis, feature specifications, and even technical writings. Like if I have a very big legacy project, I don't know what is the structure of my project and what is the technical specifications that's been used in that. So all this prompting would definitely help us. And also, this is also very important, and that we need to consider actually ethical prompting as a prompt engineer. So what are the responsible practices? So we should be very much uh, uh, properly using this AI for our benefits. Like you should not ask for some evil purpose or something. So that is how it means. So fact checking, you can use AI for that. Then in terms of transparencies, so all these things we can use it. So ethical prompting means, like let's say we know ChatGPT or some other AI will be trained on billions of parameters. Like ethical means I can't ask ChatGPT to give me Windows activation key from the web where someone has publicly posted. So all those things I can't be asking. So those are few things that we need to avoid. So what is the proven workflow process in the prompt engineering? First, always we need to define our objective, then research the context, gather the background, all those things. Next, we need to craft the initial prompt properly. So if we have some template structure that I've given, you can refer to that. For that, you can include role, context, task, and format. What format you want the output. Next, you can test slash evaluate. You can ask the chat GPT itself to evaluate based on the parameters that we discussed. Next, iterate and refine. So iterating means continuously chatting to the AI until we get the refined perfect output. So next is document success. So save document success means so to efficiently save the prompts that gives us the better output. So you can build your personal library. You can tell if you add this particular prompt, it can save your hours of works in minutes. So you can gather those prompts, and even you can write a book on that. So there is a lot of trend going on the books related to prompt engineering also, or even you can publish a blog. So that is about document success. So again, this is repeated. So I've given you the content prompt templates. You're free to try it out in your free time. So these are few of the best tools and resources that one can find in the internet. So I've gathered all of them in one place. So and also the browser extensions, right? So Merlin AI, these are all the few free things which can actually fasten up your work. So and also I've included few of the learning resources also, which I that was helpful for me personally. So and few testing tools also. So please feel free to check this out. This is one of the important slides which I always include at the end, so that we all can have better proficiency in prompt engineering. So in the future, it would be text plus image plus audio combinations. Currently, it would be either text, but if we see now we are in the text plus image. In future, it would be combination of these three. So automated optimizations. Then we will have specialized models. In the same browser, you will have the capability to use a Claude model or a Chat GPT model or a Quinn AI model. So all this. Next, you can see here collaborative prompting. So team-based prompt developments, shared prompt libraries. As I told you, you can create one common group. You can discuss what prompt works for you in making the assignments or quizzes, so that you can share it commonly. Next, meta prompting. So meta prompting, as in AI will help you design better prompts. You write a prompt, you can ask the AI itself to make that prompt better. So that is also possible. So all these are few of the tricks. So your action plan should be slowly. You need to start building basic prompts, experiment with role playing, start a prompt journal, then go for the technique mastery, try advanced strategies. So please follow this guide so that it should not just be restricted to this 1.5 or 3 hours. So it should be a continuous process. For that, I've even included your action plan also. So the Q&A, this is the best part. So I've included few small Q&As that we have general questions, right? So how long should a good prompt be? So it is not necessary that good prompts are always long. It can be very short. So something like 500 to 200 words, or role playing. So we would be giving it in a very short text also. It is not necessary that you should always give it in a long paragraphs or something. So how do I know if my prompt is good? So this is one common question that we all would be having. So if the output that the AI produces, if you are satisfied with that, if you are able to use it with minimal edits, then your prompting is really good. So what's the biggest mistake beginners make? So beginners make is they just explain this, and they don't give any context. So if we start giving more context, more knowledge in the prompt, so we can get the better throughput. So should I use the same prompt for different models? Yes, you can test it out. For ChatGPT, what response I'm getting, for Grok, what I'm getting, for Mistral, what I'm getting, for Quinn, what I'm getting. So that way you will know which is the best AI model. So this one also, please feel free to try it out. Since we have time constraint, I know If it was offline, we could have just conducted this small 10-minute activity. But yeah, please feel free to try it out. So the more we practice this, the more easier it gets. So if you take my suggestion and start using this from day one, by day 38, you can see the difference. So these are the key takeaways. Whenever you want to master prompt engineering, you need to be specific and clear in your instructions, provide the context and examples when needed, and use role playing to improve the relevance. Then you need to structure your prompts systematically, then iterate and refine. So all the strategies that we have discussed. What is more powerful in this is like chain of thoughts for complex reasoning, then few short learning for consistency, constraint we discussed, make it so many words for exactly this target with no jargons. So all those things. Meta prompting for optimization. Already you have a prompt, you can further optimize it through AI only. You can tell the AI to give prepare this prompt even more effective. Next, iterative refinement. That also we have discussed. Continuously chatting through AI until we get a perfect prompt. So what is the success formula that one can get is clear objective plus good context plus strategic structure, continuous improvement equal to prompt engineering mastery, which is very important in today's state. So I request you all to start today, pick one task and engineer the perfect prompt for it. So thank you. So this is our first session. So always remember that prompt engineering is both the art and science. Like it is a art because like how creatively you will describe your problem to get a proper structured output that you want. So this is something that is related to prompt engineering. If any of you all have any questions, we can discuss it. So thank you. So this is for the first session. So in the next session, we will be discussing about agentic AI. And that would be a hands-on session. I would request you all to keep your laptops handy so that we can build our first AI agent, right? So any questions in the prompt engineering part? If no questions, at least a thumbs up, please. Am I audible?
Audible.
Thank you, ma'am. So, ma'am, if there are no questions, we can take a break of 5 minutes
Sure, sure.
and we can
Okay.
resume with the next part of the session.
Sure, sure. Okay.
We'll start exactly at 3:35, ma'am.
Fine, fine, Satish.
Can we start the next session, ma'am?
Fish.
Thank you, ma'am.
So
Thank you for the confirmation.
you can resume.
Yeah. So I hope the screen is visible, ma'am. Is it visible?
Yeah, it's visible.
Thanks. So yeah, the second part of this session is related to building AI agents. So as I told, we will have very less theory in this. So more of practical, like how we can automate our task using the AI agents. For this, we did not know any coding or something. So we can just build it using a platform called N8N. So that I would be teaching step by step. And also, I've given few more tasks which we all can try it out whenever we are free after the session, so that we'll be in touch with building AI agents, right? So welcome again for this agentic AI tutorial. So what we will learn today is discover the AI agent fundamentals, explore what are the educational applications, then building our first AI agent with N8N. Next, take home protocols for our classroom too. So there is a small poll, like how many of you have used AI tools in your classroom? Like never used AI tools or used basic AI like ChatGPT, used educational AI platforms or created any custom AI solutions? Can you please answer in the chat so that we'll know the context of this? So how many of you have used the AI tools in your classroom? So this is the question. Can you please put your answers in the chat and volunteer for this poll question? So if you want, I can just copy paste this question too. Use basic AI, perfect. Okay, perfect. So now from basic AI to now we learn prompt engineering. Now we will learn the agentic AI. Not just learn, we will build agentic AIs too. So I will be just giving you a proper demo of a small AI agent, so that after that you can just build your own AI agent. Today we will be building everything from the scratch, right? Together. So what is our teaching challenge, right? So interactive discussion. What's your biggest teaching challenge that technology could solve? So this is something that we need to identify. So often the common responses that we hear are um, grading takes too much time, right? So and hard to personalize for different learning styles. Then administrative tasks are overwhelming to focus on content preparation or all those. Then need better parent communications, want more engaging content. So these are the few parameters that we got. Okay, so keep this in mind. We'll address them with our AI. So first of all, we all know AI, right? What is this agentic AI? Something new, right? So let's understand the difference between our traditional AI and agentic AI. So earlier, like 1 year ago, 1.5 years ago, traditional AI was the boom. So in today's world, we use agentic AIs even for software development. There are a lot of code writing IDs like Cursor, Visual Studio Code, where if you just put a prompt, it will write the entire code for you, and also it will identify the bugs and fix it also. So that is how powerful the AI has become in the recent days. So in the traditional AI, if we see, it will respond to prompts, follow the instructions, one-time instructions, and human guided. So human guides the things. So agentic AI is it acts autonomously. So agentic AI means it will have a series of tasks to be done, so that gets initiated by the human prompt. So it will only make the decisions. It will pursue the goal independently, and it is self-directed. So not that at every stage you need to prompt the AI. Once if you tell what you have to achieve, so that will take, and it will uh, keep working until it achieves the goal. So what is the key difference that we can take? So agentic AI, like we can think ahead and take action to achieve our key objectives. So what makes AI agentic, right? So all these ways we were knowing only traditional AI. So what makes AI to be more agentic? So first is it's goal oriented. So whenever you tell something, some task, like if you tell your AI agent to schedule a meeting between 3 to 4 on a workshop related to agentic AI, that will do. So that is goal oriented. It will just do the task for you. So adjusted the strategies when needed. Then decision making evaluates the options independently. It will only take the decision. Only thing that it focuses on the end goal that you're telling your agent. And adaptive learning also. So initially it may make few of the mistakes, but as and when it goes, it just adapts to its mistakes, and it would be trying itself to become perfect. Then autonomous, like there is no manual intervention required, so it goes everything in an automated way. So already there are agentic AIs, but we know few of them. We would have observed, but we would not have observed also, right? So the few patterns of AI agentics in the real world are, if we are, I mean, Netflix is something we use commonly, right? So Netflix recommendation engine, like you could have watched a few series or few shows. Then if you come to your home screen, then you will be seeing the suggestions related to whatever the series or shows you have watched. So that is more likely clickable. So continuously updates and suggestions, you would be getting the notifications. If you have seen, even in Blinkit or even in Zepto or Instamart, you'd be getting timely notifications, right? So those are all our viewing patterns. At what time, at why, at this region, who will buy the items. So strategically, they will trigger the notifications. So that is also one of the AI agentic itself. Next, smart home systems. So we're already familiar with this. So adjust temperature, then optimize energy usage. Even we have smart Google Home or Alexa. So all those are also one of the AI agents. Like for example, if you tell Alexa adjust the AC temperature, so that will adjust the AC temperature to certain X temperature, whatever you tell. So it will independently take the action. So next, trading bots. This is something which is in trend. So what they do is based on whatever the previous performance of a particular stock or market conditions, they try to predict the future for the trading through AI bots. So this is also one of the more used use cases, especially in companies like JP Morgan and all. They use more of this kind. So how agentic AI in education, how this can help, or where and all we can see the agentic AI in education. So current educational applications, that a few of them I found. So if you see, I mean, we all would have known Khan Academy, right? So that provides various of freemium courses, not free, freemium courses. so that are adaptive and easy to practice. Then you would have seen the Duolingo also. So learning a new language through the Duolingo apps would be very simple because they would optimize it according to your learning style, learning speed, and your level. I mean, our level. So smart content recommendation. So there is a platform called Scrimba. If someone wants to learn coding, what that will do is it's a interactive web. It will provide you a web page where you can start coding. Your AI will correct you if you go wrong or if you need any help. So this is how advanced even the agentic AI is becoming in the education. Then automated assessments, so intelligent essay scoring, like there would be essays written pages together, like let's say 120 students, you want to evaluate all of them. So manually doing that is very hectic and time consuming. So you just put it to AI and it will score it for you based on the constraint that we discussed. So real time feedback generation. So sometimes as mentors, you would need to give you the feedbacks to the students that also can be generated based on whatever the metrics that you have. Next, intelligent tutoring system, 24/7 student supports. We would have seen adaptive questioning, personalized help strategies. If you would have seen in the recent days, for the students, there are a lot of AI platforms, especially for learning codings. So that has been in the boom. Then how AI agentic AI helps you. So first thing is in today's industry, time is money, they say. So time savings. So it will save a lot of time plus accuracy also. So a lot of content curation and creation time that would be saved. So it will enhance your insights. Like although based on experience, we would have gathered a lot of knowledge on a particular thing, but as a AI, it would have some other perspective, some other easy way also that we might not be knowing, so that we can enhance our insights also. So next is personalization at scale. So you can personalize it to a level where you can understand easily in your mother tongue also. So that is how the agentic AI can be used. Next, creative support. So you can use it for lesson plan generation, activity suggestions, and even the resource recommendations. So these are the few case studies that are obtained through the usage of AI agents or agentic AI in the schools or colleges. So if you see, they implemented AI reading assistants, so that improved 25% in the reading comprehensions. So teachers save 5 to 5 hours week on the assessments because of this. And there is one more school, Lincoln High School. So they have AI powered tutoring system where 89% of the students showed the improvements by using the AI. So how means by reducing the teachers after hours help requests, like if the student has some doubts after hours, so that gets clarified through AI in the very minimal and easily understandable way the student understands. Then similarly we have one more case study from the Greenfield Middle School, New York. So there is an automated parent communication system also, like if the students are not responding properly, or the attendance is not proper, or if there is something that needs the parents attention, so all these things are managed through agentic AI, increasing the relationship between the parents and the school or stakeholders by 67%. So teachers more focus on the instructions, less on the admin work. So what should be our AI wish list? So what task you want an AI agent to help you with? So day to day, we would be having so many repetitive tasks, right? So all those things we should be thinking in one or the other way to use AI and automate it. So by that way, we would have so much of time to learn a new skill or improve some other thing. So that would be better. So one thing that we all should ask is, what task would I want an AI agent to help me with in my day to day? So the prompt categories, like, is it grading and assessment, easy scoring, quiz creation, rubric application? Is it with this, or is it with respect to communication or parents update, students updates, students feedback, or related to the announcements? Next, planning. So this is something which will really help in planning. So in software we call something called sprint planning. So we would be having n number of features to be implemented for our applications, but we never know, like, how much task, or each task can take, or each feature can take how many days for testing, development, QA, and the user acceptance testing. For all those we use AI. We use Jira, AI powered Jira, that makes our life easier for the software development. Similarly, for teachers also, planning is becomes very simple. So you can plan the lesson plans, you can ask for the activity suggestions, like what activity you can create for this particular topic in the classroom. So then you can also do the curriculum mapping also. Next, it can be for the support also. Students' questions, homework help, or even study guides. You can use this AI for the agentic AI for the analytics also. So progress tracking, or intervention identifying, or even for the reporting. So if you have any other ideas, feel free to put down in the comment section. We can absolutely discuss it in the last 15 minutes, so that we'll all will have some start point to begin with. So without any late, let's jump into introduction to N8N, right? So as I first thought of giving this um agentic AI tutorial through Google Colab, but that would be very complex, and that would require a lot of APIs and integrations. Then that would be not possible to understand in a very quick span also. That's why the better alternative, better and easy way, which even we follow in the companies to avoid writing thousands of lines of code, is one such things called N8N. So there is something similar to N8N also, something called workflows, Microsoft, that is being used in the enterprise level. But N8N is generally used for small projects, all those things. So what is N8N? So N8N is a no code. No code as in you don't have to write even a single line of code. So by that way, it will automate the platform. So it is like a drag and drop. Like if you want to send an email, you can just drag and drop. You can just add your credentials. That will automate that process for you. So it connects over 400 plus applications. See, making a bot, WhatsApp bot or Telegram bot or any other bots through N8N is within minutes. You can do it very easily. You don't have to have any coding background for this. So why N8N? Because it is perfect for the educators. No programming required, education institution friendly. So integration is also very simple. And also it has an active community support. Like if you are stuck with something, you want some guidance, the AI will help you. So these are all few key features. I would like to highlight what are the integrations that we can do. OpenAI, ChatGPT, Google Workspace, or Microsoft 365. So these are all few of the things that can be done through N8N. Next, what are the educational applications? So these are the educational applications. Student communication bots. Like you have certain set of information to be communicated to students on the regular basis. Like let's say you would have given some feedback form to be filled by the students, but most of them wouldn't have filled. So you can automate that process through your AI agents. That is very simple. So that also we will discuss. Next, automated grading workflows. You would have conducted a quiz through Google Sheets. So that grades should be automatically sent out to them uh, through their mail. So this also you can do, that also I'll guide you. So content generation systems, so if you want to generate any specific contents, that is also possible. So parent notification systems, so these are the few educational applications. So this is some small thing which we can try it out. So one activity basically which you can try it out whenever you are free. I'll just guide you how we can go through that, and we will build one small basic agent, so that the fundamentals, if the fundamentals are clear, later you can use it accordingly. So one idea is like if the student submits any assessment via Google form, so AI will analyze the content using OpenAI, generates a feedback, sends to students via email. So this is something you can try it out. So I'll give the basic overview of N8, like how to use that and how to integrate the stuff. So from there on, you can just take it off. So this is how you can stand out from others. So what are the benefit of this? So it will save a lot of time, instant feedback for the students, consistent evaluation criteria, then oversight. Sometimes by oversight also few of the mistakes can happen, and it will save a lot of time for the educators also. So this is something that we all can plan. So in detailed, I've given this. So now we will start with N8. So for that, we would need to create one login with Google into N8, right? So I'll just show you step by step how we have to log in and how we can create our first N8 workflow. So I'll just paste the link for that. Let me sign out. So we all can see this is the link for the N8. So let's all follow this. Let's make it more interactive. So please go to this link. Let's do step by step so that we will have some hands-on experience of creating our first ever agentic AI. So please tell me when you all ready with your laptops and ready with this link. Once you're ready, if someone can unmute and if you can give a signal, that would be really helpful. So let's take 2 minutes of our time. So in setting up this N8, so once everyone are in the screen, please tell me so that we can start with building the uh, agent. At least you can give a thumbs up once you're ready. I would highly recommend you all to open that link and get ready. I'll help you all out so we can build our first AI agent together. So I hope everyone are ready and the session is also recorded. Perfect. Thanks for the thumbs up. So let's get started. So first thing that we all have to do is click on get started. Okay. So since we all are new to this platform, we would not be having the N8 account. So you need to just click on get started. So if you click on get started, there will be asking for name, all those things. So try to fill it out, all those details, right? So once you fill out all those details, you would be redirected to this page. So let's take 2 minutes for that. And if you face any difficulty, please share your screen. I'll help you out. So once you are ready, if you click on open instance, it will open that lab, N8N lab. And you should be seeing this window. If you are facing any difficulties, please ping in the chat or unmute yourself and ask for the help. We will set up it. If anyone can confirm, if they're able to
What is the account?
proceed,
What is the
yes.
account name?
Name you can give any name. For example, Etiraj and your date of birth, 4 digits, right? So that should be
Okay, sir.
unique.
Right, sir. Right.
Okay. So it will ask for the name. For example, you can give some unique name. So first letter or last letter of your name and some numbers, right? Just like how we make Instagram account where the username should be unique, like that here also the username should be unique as it provides a domain for us for working on our AI agent.
Shall we start, sir, with the free
Yes, sir.
trial? Okay, sir.
Sir, are you ready with the screen?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Perfect, perfect, sir. So what about others? Can you please confirm me if you're ready till here or if you're facing any difficulties, I'll help you set this up. If you're ready, you can give a thumbs up so that we can proceed with the session without any delay. Okay, so I assume everyone are ready with this. If any doubt, please feel free to unmute and just stop me then and there so that we can be very clear and understand the steps, right? So, okay. So to create our first ever AI agent, what we have to do is, so here you can see there is something called create workflow, right? So we need to click on this create workflow. So if you click on that create workflow, you will see something like this, right? A big plus icon. So can confirm using the thumbs up or unmute yourself and tell me if you are here, if you're till here with me. Okay. So I hope all are here till here, right? Till this step. Okay, perfect. So first thing is what we'll build is for this project, one small mail automation project. What that mail automation project is, so basically you will give one prompt. Okay, you will build one chat GPT kind of thing. What that will do is whatever question that you will ask will be automatically sent through your mail. Okay, that would be our template. Then after that, after we build our first AI agent, I will tell you how you can use the existing AI templates, or how you can build your own uh, agentic AI, that also I'll guide you. So to begin with, we should be clear with the fundamentals. So as we can see here, so this is our editor. So which says add the first step, right? So as we all know, AI agent or agentic AI always it includes execution of something in different layers, right? So let's say as we told, we are building a chat bot that will send our chat replies to the email, right? Email based chat automation agent. So this is the perfect agent to build to get started into AI agent. So even in companies we do this. So if you get a good knowledge on this, so you can actually automate most of your tasks within few clicks. So without wasting much of the time, let's get started. So as you all can see here, if you click on this plus, this search button will come here with a lot of options. Okay. So as you can see here, trigger manually, on app event, on schedule, on webhook call, on form submission. So there are a lot of triggers as in start point. So since we are building a chat based mail automation agent, right? We need on chat message, right? If you click on or type on chat message here, right? On chat message, if you click on this, so it will open like this, correct? Then you can press on escape button. So you can see here you successfully added your chat trigger, right? What this chat trigger will do, right? Whatever input you give in the bottom right here, so it will take those inputs. So I typed hi. So since it is not connected to any of the AI, so it is not responding. Hi, hello, whatever input you type, its duty is to trigger based on the input that you send. So I hope till here everyone are with me. If yes, a thumbs up, please. Can you confirm with a thumbs up? Or even you can unmute and tell that is appreciated. Thank you, sir. Perfect. So next thing is, okay, we thought of building chat-based mail automation AI agent, right? For that, I took a response, but for that response to be processed, I need a AI agent, right? I need a AI agent which can process my response. For that, simple, click on this plus icon. Again, you will get this search button. Okay. So you can just type AI agent. So if you click on that AI agent, you will see something like this. Okay. So till here, are you with me? Any doubts still here? If any doubts, please unmute yourself and tell, so that let's make it as a interactive session so that we all learn in this session itself, right? This is fundamentals. This has to be clear. So once you click on that, so you will see a screen of something like this, right? So again, once you select that, just click on back canvas here, or you can press escape. Perfect. Now you have added your AI agent. You can see here your AI agent has multiple things. It has option to add a chat model. It has option to record your conversation. It has a tool option also, and it has one output also, right? There are so many components. So if everyone are till this step, please give a thumbs up. Let's next step is we'll add one chat model. Everyone are with me till here? Okay, perfect. Thanks for the thumbs up, sir. So if you click on this chat model, right? So what is this chat model? Like, as you know, we have added one chat based trigger here, which says hello. So this hello should get a proper response. So who will process that response? Obviously AI, right? For that, we need to add one chat model. Adding a chat model is very simple. So just click on this chat model. So next, just search open AI model. Okay. So opt for N810 free open AI credits. Okay. Just click on this one. Then let this be GPT 4.1 mini. And we all know next step is to just press your escape button or click on back to canvas. Okay. Perfect. Now we can test this out. So if I type hello there, this is Satish. As you can see here, hello Satish, how can I assist you today? Right? So it has perfectly responded to our conversation. So we have successfully added a brain. This is our brain, right? So the brain which responds to the stimulus. The stimulus is your chat. So far, if you're with me, give a thumbs up, or if not, if you have any specific doubts, please feel free to ask me. This is a very important session, right? Any doubts as of now? If not, please give a thumbs up. We will proceed with the next step. So I'll just show you proper logs, all those things, so that it's easy for us to understand. So you can see here, this is my human prompt. Hello. Hello there. This is Satish. So it has responded with, hello Satish, how can I assist you today? So if you see the logs, so AI agent that's currently running on the OpenAI chat model. So this is the chat that we sent. If you see here, input human. Hello there. This is Satish. So your agent is replying this thing. So this is the logs. First your chat, then the AI agent, whatever the question that you sent here, that will reply. Okay. Now we have added this chatbot to maintain the context, right? What I mean context is, if I tell I and if I tell write a program, so basically it will not remember whatever I'm talking to this. So in order for that to remember, we need to add a memory, right? So if you click on the memory, it will give you inbuilt memory, right? So if you see here, there is something called simple memory. So simple memory is very simple because it doesn't require any credentials nor authentication. So if you add this, and again, we all know you need to click on back to canvas or escape. So if you see here, even you have successfully added your simple memory. Now I'll tell my AI agent, so prepare a 3 hours content roadmap for my agentic AI, like agentic AI workshop, right? And if you give this, so it will start preparing the content. So as you all can see, it has given you in a very properly formatted way. AI agentic workshops, 3 years content roadmap, workshop objectives, what we will do in the first 15 minutes, what will be the next 45 minutes, next 45 minutes, right? So it has given you locally, but our goal was to make a mail automation out of it, right? Mail automation. So for that, if you click on this item, right? If you click on this item here and search for Gmail, so mail automation, Gmail would be very handy for us. Even if you want Outlook, you can go for the Outlook also. So if you click on Gmail, so Gmail further provides you so many options here. Add a label, delete a message, get a message, get many message, mark a message as read, mark message as unread, remove labels from message, reply to a message, send message and wait for response also. So once you send a message, it will wait for the response. Based on the response, again it will respond. So these are the different ready to use agents, right? So triggers, basically we call this as triggers. Now we want a trigger which can send a message. So if you see, there is a trigger called send a message, right? So I hope it is visible. Send a message. So if you click on this, so it will ask for the Google sign in. You can sign in using your Google account. So the type would be message, option would be send. Then two, you can put the two mail ID here. So I will put my dummy mail ID here so that I can show you the response of it. Next, what is the subject? My first AI agent, right? So you can see here, email type is HTML. You can change this to text also. That provisioning also you have. So we will keep it to HTML. Then what is the body? What is the message body that you want to send, right? This is the important thing. As I told you earlier, you don't have to know coding for this. So message body, if you see here, AI agent has given you some output, right? You need to just drag and drop this output here. That's it. You're done. So this output would be shared to my mail ID, right? So it is that simple to build a AI agent. So if you want to write a code for this, we need to configure the SMTP protocols and we need to call the Google services to get the auth token. So there are a lot of dependencies. If you see here, within one click, I've just sent the output here. So if I click on execute step, so I would have already received mail onto my phone. So I'll quickly share the screenshot of that, whichever I've received. So if any one of you can share that screenshot, right? Whatever you generated, that would be really appreciated and I would love to see in the chat. So just a moment, I'll just share the snapshot. So I successfully received my mail. So just a second, I'll share that screenshot. So I'll quickly share the screen. So if you all see here, so the response is something like this. If you see the timings also, it is 16:19, which is generated just now. So you can see the response is not in the proper format, right? So certainly here is a detailed 3 hour content. There are a lot of hashes and there is a lot of things, right? So that we don't want. So we want it in a proper format. Like how can we tell our AI agent to give it in a proper format, right? I'll tell that step in the next one. I'll quickly shift to the other screen. Okay, I'll quickly share my screen. Where is it? Perfect. Yeah, I hope my screen is visible now, right? So we all know next step is just click on back to canvas or click on escape button. That will be done. So you have successfully built your first AI agent, right? So this is a very simple AI agent to begin with. I know I showed you one response which had lot of um, special characters, and that was not a proper input, right? So now I'll show you how you can prompt, right? So I'll just show you that part. So if you are aware, we have selected the option of HTML, right, in the mail. So what I'll tell, can you frame the same content in the proper HTML format so that I can attach with my mail body. So if I give this prompt, my AI agent will ensure that it is giving in a proper HTML formatted response that you will see in a moment, like how beautiful the AI is, how smart it is. Okay, just a moment, it is generating the response. As you all can see here, it is currently in this step. It is successfully generated and it is even sent out the mail. So if I have to check the mail for the response, I just now received the mail, and you would be amused to see the results, right? To see the results of this. So I'll just share my screen again to show the results. Just a second. So I'll quickly share it to my WhatsApp so that I can share my screen and show it. Perfect. So again, I'm sharing my screen to share the output, how it exactly looks. So if you all try, so as you all can see, just now I've sent my mail to 1623 to some dummy mail, which I have the access to. You all can see it is properly formatted. As you all can see, Agentic AI workshop iPhone 3 content hours. You can see it is looking like a properly formatted manual, right? So this is the beauty of AI agent. This is just a simple AI agent where to automate your chat response to your mail. So like this, I'll show you what are the different options that you can explore in building more complex AI agents, right? So let me quickly share my screen and give you a proper steps how you can add any of the AI agents going further. So if you see here, it is not just restricted to sending mails or something. Even you can add your WhatsApp. So if you just type WhatsApp, so you can see here WhatsApp Business Cloud. So you can also send a message, send and wait response, upload a media, download a media, delete a media. So there are so many things. So even for WhatsApp, see, it is giving very simple instructions step by step. You can follow to generate the credentials. Only part is to get these credentials. If you click on plus credentials, so you would not know how to get this access token or how to get the business ID, right? If you click on ask assistant, the assistant will give you the steps like how you can get these credentials, access token and business ID. Or if you're not, if the assistant is not helping you, right? So you can see the assistant is giving you proper step by step guidance how you can get your credentials and you can put it here so that you can bring this into action. Let's say you don't find something, you can just ask the follow-up questions. So that way you can get this token. Only these two things you need to fill in, that's it for the automation. Rest all would be taken care. Let's say if this AI agent doesn't help you, you click on open docs. They also provide you the docs. So if you just go to the docs, so in the docs they give you clear instructions how to get this one. So first step is set up a meta account. If you click on that, it will further tell you how you can set up meta account. So it is telling you go to the Facebook developer site, get started, my apps, agree to the terms and conditions, provide your phone number for verification, select your occupation or role. So once your portfolio is created, so next it will give you next steps, next it will give you next steps. So finally you can get your token and you can just paste it down here. So let's say you want to integrate with Telegram, right? So Telegram bots are also very famous in the recent days, as the APIs, we call something called APIs, are very much cheaper in Telegram compared to WhatsApps. And also it's developer friendly. So if you click on one other place and type Telegram here, right? So you see here Telegram. So if you click on Telegram, same thing again. So get a file, answer a callback, send an audio file. That also you can do. Send an animated file. You can even send your location. So you can altogether build a fully automated AI agent using this platform, no code platform. So all it requires is a solid problem, right? And a solid approach, like how you will resolve that problem. So if you have these two goals clear, I think you can build a really good AI agents. Like in the recent days, people are earning really good by building customized AI agents for firms and even educational institutes, right? As I told you, let's say for there is a Google form, everyone fills in, so needs to evaluate few of the things and needs to give feedback. What are the areas that the students has to improve? For all those, it has been used. When it comes to like technical screening or technical hiring, nowadays the HR's dependency has been almost reduced. Earlier, if there were dependency of four people to hire a good talent, now that has been scaled down to one or nearly none. So everything is happening through AI. Let's say if there is a resume, if someone uploads it here, our AI agents will scan accordingly. It will process and it will send. If based on the criteria, if it matches, it will send out an interview schedule for the student. If not, it will send a rejection mail. So this is how easy to build a AI agent, right? So far, any doubts or any questions related to this AI agents as of now? So I hope all of you have built your first AI agent, right? If not, due to some constraints, I would really appreciate if you go back to the recordings and try to build it on your own. And if you have any doubts, you can contact me in the LinkedIn or you can mail me. I would really feel glad to help you all out in this. So this is about the hands-on session. So if you all have any doubts, I will wait for the 2 minutes. In case of any doubts, please feel free to ping or you can unmute yourself and ask your doubts so that we can discuss it so that even the same doubt would be I mean same doubt might be carried by some other person also, then even they'll be benefited out of that. So I'll wait for 2 minutes. If any doubts, please feel free. Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, ma'am.
What type of mini projects are kind of complete projects, main projects could we just give for our students? Can you just suggest
Oh, based on the AI
on
agents, right?
this AI agent?
Perfect. So what type of mini projects, right, ma'am? I'll just give a list of that. So basically, ma'am, we all use spreadsheets more frequently. So we all can identify one repetitive task in our college, let's say at department level. So if we want to automate something, like for example, there would be regular this thing, mentors and parents discussion, parents communication. So that thing would be happening. So for that, they can add the list of details in the Google Sheets, the parents' contacts, all those, and they can send out a voice text or a call or even a message. So it depends on the use case. Like what first thing is you need to identify what problem you want to solve.
Yes.
Based on that, you can build anything out of this AI because you have the feasibility to connect to Gmail or even calls or even text message or anything, ma'am.
Yeah.
So first thing is we need to identify the problem that we want to solve.
Yeah, I think most of the jobs can be just get done by this AI agent, it seems, right? So
True,
maybe
ma'am.
preparation of question paper, the
Yes.
solution for it, everything can be just get it done.
Yes, ma'am. So,
Mm.
as in the first session, you would have seen how prompt engineering will actually help teachers cut down a lot of time in
Yeah.
preparing the materials. So, and it is not just limited to mails, even you can connect to your drive. So, you can completely automate this. In drive, also, there are a lot of things. You can copy a file, you can send a file, you can create a file. So, depends on the use case. As I told earlier, so we can use good prompt engineering for this. So, you can give a good prompt for this also. So, I am a final year engineering student. I want to build a no code. This is one example for prompt engineering. No code AI agent tool for my college college which will help them real time and has maximum impact. Make sure the problem we are solving has maximum weightage. So target is India, Bengaluru. And you don't have to worry if you have any grammatical errors in your prompts, AI will correct it for you. So as you all can see, I've just given one detailed prompt with whatever the strategies that we have discussed. So it is just giving us a plan, right? So you all can see circulars, untracked deadlines, assessments, exam forms, internships. There is no centralized help desk for hostels and IT issues, admin queries, and no real time placement assistance. Company shortlisted, resume check. So if someone can build an AI agent where just by uploading their resume, if they can get a good feedback, so that is also one good mini project, man. So generally we use it in our industries for scanning the resumes and just getting the good talent out of it. So and you can see confusing course resource like lecture notes, lab manuals, or those. So there are a lot of suggestions. So we can combine prompt engineering plus agentic AI to build something really good for the college also, where it will automate a lot of manual tasks for us.
Yes.
So it will also give you the launch plan, how fast you can complete this project or
When
all.
students have all these things actually that can be done through AI agent, so is there any way that we could actually assess those readily created report?
Um,
Uh, so how can we just assess students' knowledge at least like
uh,
suppose if they are actually told to do anything, so definitely they'll get it from AI agent. No.
Perfect.
So
Yeah.
is there any the way or the skill they have to prompt it? Is it actually depends?
Oh, got it. I got your point, ma'am. So
Yeah.
basically, you're telling students would submit the assessments.
Exactly. They'll just copy paste it.
Yeah, got it. So for
Mm.
that, apart from the uh, plagiarism, there are few plagiarism detectors also. Like if you see, ma'am, if I copy paste this content right in the PPT, there will be some watermarks in this. Like if you see, if I
Okay.
copy paste from ChatGPT, there will be watermarks.
Yeah.
So even you can build an AI agent which will detect if the content is AI or humanized. So that is
Yes.
also possible, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah, we have that option
Like
because we have actually many plagiarism tools that are
uh,
actually detecting.
yeah. So if you click on, I mean, if you can automate this thing, right? A web search
Yeah.
or this kind of things, and if you automate this through our N8N agent, so that will give the plagiarism percentage by scraping the web real time and comparing the details, something like Turnitin. So there are a lot to build, man. So first is always a problem, good problem, where a lot of manual work is happening. So then the solution will automatically flow in with the AI support that's there in the current. So, any doubts, ma'am, in this today's session? Anything else? So, ma'am, if any one of you have any use case, like how you are planning to use AI going ahead, and what was the plan earlier, like how you were using AI, now what are the ideas that you got from the session that you will be using? If volunteers can share, that would be really helpful, right? So, can anyone please volunteer and share your experience? Like, what are the insights that you can take it forward from here? And start using the AI for the productivity. Can anyone please volunteer?
So, any participants? So, if you want to share some things on the usage of this, or to share few things about the session. I think nobody responding.
Okay, ma'am. I hope they have no
Just do one thing,
questions.
Satish. If you want to
Yeah,
get that data, so you can also just include that questionnaire in your feedback, hopefully.
yeah, ma'am. I am, ma'am. I'll do
Uh,
that.
yeah, you could actually update that and we can send through the quiz or the feedback
Yes,
link.
ma'am. So I'll share both of my PPTs where I've included lot of course and the other details, which would be really helpful if someone wants to really learn
Sure,
AI
sure.
agent or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, ma'am, you can just share it across to them. So I think that is it about today's session, ma'am. If anyone has any questions or any discussions, so that can be done. If you give me 5 minutes, ma'am, I'll just share the links for the quiz and the feedback, ma'am.
Okay, okay, no problem.
And I told I would be sharing few of the AI tools basically, which every one of us can use. So that I'll be showing right after I share the quiz links.